Deadlock, a game which opened up its doors for invite-only closed beta testing in late summer of 2024, is a hero-based, multiplayer online battle arena set in 1940s New York that sees a cast of supernatural monsters, agents, and even gods team up to complete a ritual, summoning a deity known as patrons. Today, we look at Dynamo, a tenured Columbia College professor that would one day change his life forever after letting his excitement get the best of him, getting too close to a rift in time that appeared in Central Park, New York. His entire body was atomized and rearranged into the form of a small dying star. After being transferred to his robot body that was built by the hero McGinnis, we see him here at the ritual using his wit and ability to provide support to his teammates by healing them, teleporting them, knocking opponents into the air, or unleashing a singularity which damages and pulls enemies in. We'll break down his stats, strats, and abilities to give you all the information you need to unleash your indomitable spirit on the battlefield. At 800 base HP scaling plus 59 every boon, Dynamo is part of the 4 second highest base HP heroes in the game. And with 3 stamina, he lines up with most others in mobility potential. Dynamo's weapon of choice is called the Vanagun, a medium range, heavy hitting light projectile that does 45 damage per second and has a fall off range of 58 meters. Kinetic Pulse is Dynamo's first ability, which sees him release an energy pulse that travels forward along the ground, dealing spirit damage and applying a knockup. With a slow and fire rate debuff, plus a 30% bullet resistance debuff for the first and second upgrades, this becomes one of the core abilities you'll use throughout the match to disrupt the enemy team and set up your gun damage carries. Quantum Entanglement is Dynamo's second ability, which sees you briefly become untargetable and teleport to the target location, afterwards giving you bonus fire rate and reloading your weapon. By middle clicking, you can also transport one of your allies, reloading their weapon and also granting them half of your bonus fire rate. The last upgrade sees a minus 5 second cooldown and also gives you 120% of your max ammo. This ability is great at repositioning your allies while also buffing them and giving you a way to dodge big hitting spells that might be coming your way. Rejuvenating Aurora is Dynamo's third ability, which sees you channel and restore health over time to you and any allies nearby. With 125 health restored over 5 seconds in an 8-meter radius, this is a decent tool you can use to help your allies stay healthy for the next fight. With a 4 meter per second move speed bonus on the first upgrade, and a heal of 2.5% of max health per second on the last, you become a great asset in keeping your allies healthy. Singularity is Dynamo's ultimate ability, which sees you create a singularity in your hands, dealing spirit damage over time, applying a stun, and pulling in nearby enemies. If used correctly, this is one of the single most influential abilities in the game. With a radius increase on the first upgrade and a bonus 4% max health damage on the last, this is the single most important tool in your arsenal that can make you the most important member of your team. Now that we've talked about Dynamo's abilities and their upgrades, let's talk about how to utilize his kit to unleash his full potential. Dynamo excels at supporting his team in any situation. Use your knockup for engagements and set up your team to land their burst from a relatively safe distance. On the opposite, you can also use the knockup for disengagement, making it extremely difficult and risky for teams to full engage on yours with the ever-present threat of being hit by singularity, spelling a death sentence for most characters in the game. Practicing at using your teleport to dodge abilities and reposition your damage-dealing allies and better ones, while also giving them fire rate amps, makes you a welcome partner that can turn the tide in any fight. Dynamo is best paired with people who have good AoE damage. Thus, heroes like Seven, Haze, Pocket, and Infernus can properly fall up on your knockups and multiple enemy grabbing singularities that can end the game in one engagement. On the opposite, heroes like Vindicta or Grey Talon can kite you indefinitely if they keep the proper distance from you, goading you into overextending or simply just avoiding everything you have to offer while being able to kill or CC you and your team from an extreme distance. When itemizing Dynamo early, look to grab items like extra charges and trophy collector to give you multiple knockup charges and get your stacks rolling, which would give your abilities good range and the necessary speed and HP you'll need to support your team, along with passive soul generation. Mid, look to grab items like Majestic Leap and Warpstone to aid you in landing team-wide ultimates, plus give you the mobility to get around the map. Late, look to grab items like Refresher, which will allow you to refresh all your cooldowns and give you 2 singularities that can render teams absolutely paralyzed. An example of an endgame build would be something like Greater Expansion, Arcane Surge, Healing Tempo, Spirit Resilience, Warpstone, Transcendent Cooldown, Refresher, Rapid Recharge, Majestic Leap, Trophy Collector, Enchanter's Emblem, and Cold Front. This build will give you all the tools you need to land huge ultimates, while also giving you great AoE for knockups and decent healing that comes with another amp so that you can keep your allies topped off and ready to fight. Now that you have a great base of strategies and items you can use to make the most out of Dynamo, you too can generate unescapable horizons that will warp you to victory. Tell me in the comments your favorite Dynamo builds and anything I might have missed. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and make sure you come back for a breakdown of our next hero, Grey Talon, one of the main founders of the renowned Monster Hunter organization, the Baxter Society.